Hey guys, it's Josh from J&P Cycle. I know I've promised this video and I wanted to kind of share my custom built XR200. This is a 2000 model, so if you're familiar with the older XRs, they came with better suspension, and the newer ones do not. So what I did with this bike is I pretty much did a complete build. I had a rolling frame from a 1986 XR250, and I stripped the swing arm off of it. So the swing arm, the linkage, which is aluminum, I'll try and get in here to show you guys the aluminum linkage, also came off of the 250. The rear shock was rebuilt at PR2 in Pittsburgh. So I've got the reservoir there from the 250 shock. I have the rebuilt front forks from PR2. They have progressive springs in there, so they're not stock springs. They're set up for a 180-pound rider, which I just happen to weigh exactly 180 pounds. So it works out perfect for me. Really competitive in the trail. Obviously a stock spring would be a little softer, but if you're gonna have one of these setups, it's definitely better than the stock suspension. Front disc brake on this bike, being that it's the 86 setup, similar to my grandfather's 86 250, or it's really the same part. And then you have the rear wheel, which is 18 inches. The standard rear wheel on a 200 is 17 inches. So with the 18-inch rear wheel, you have more tire selection. So that's certainly an upgrade. The other thing I added is XR200R chain adjusters. You'll notice there's actually a little knob here to grab onto when you're adjusting your chain. So that's something that's really nice to have. Just personally, I like that, so I can adjust my chain easier. This is a 250 shifter that I added on here. I got a new front fender, and I also put a shroud on here, 250 shroud. It's new when I got it. It's a little scuffed up now, but I put some stickers on there. It's got working light, got some bark busters on it, because, you know, you should have that. I burned the heck out of myself on this pipe this past summer. This is an Al Baker's XR only pipe. So I wrapped that with some wrapping, so you don't burn the heck out of yourself. That's the best 10 bucks I ever spent on eBay, I can tell you that. Stock Klein carburetor. It's got the stock bore, everything. I use the Honda GN4 oil, which I know some folks don't believe in spending the extra money for the Honda oil. I would tell you it makes all the difference in the world. I've used every kind of different oil in my bike and my bikes over the years, and the Honda GN4 oil is absolutely a game changer. It kicks smoother, it runs better. I think it's absolutely necessary if you're going to be riding something all the time, and this is my go-to bike. The other add-on that I did with this bike is it's got a handlebar risers installed with a Renthal bar, so that actually helps quite a bit with your positioning on the seat. This has got an original 1987 speedometer, works, so is the trip meter. Those are hard to find, and it works great. I'm really happy that I have that on this bike. That's one of my prized possessions. The crash bar up front is off of an 87. It's aluminum, so it's nice and lightweight. I went with the aluminum forks, obviously. The triple tree is from the 250 as well, so there's more weight reduction. I think this bike weighs something like 213 pounds. Super lightweight. Doesn't feel squirrely in the trail. Still holds up really nice. You've got tons of room in the back here for going off jumps and things. It's got the Al Baker's exhaust, so that certainly sounds great. If you've ever bought one of those, you know. So yeah, this is my bike. It took 2 bikes to build this. Got the rear tail light on it as well. Something I'm very proud of. I don't think anybody has something quite this unique from just what I've seen online. And if you do have something unique, you know, share a picture with me. I love to see other people's builds, and I love to just talk to you guys and see what you have to say about the different bikes we have, and those sorts of things. So this is really a one-of-a-kind bike. I don't think I'd ever sell it. Even if I couldn't ride anymore, I'd probably just keep it, because it's just very special to me. It took a long time to put together, and it's just neat, and it's unique, and it's mine, so just love it. It's great in the trail. The only thing I would say that I would love to add on to this bike would be a CRF 230 motor. which they do mount up, and maybe one day I will put a 230 motor in this with electric start, and that would pretty much conclude the adjustments. I think I'd keep this carburetor that's on the 200 because I think that the 230 carburetor is poorly jetted, and even if you change the jets, I still don't think it runs very good. I could be wrong about that. If you actually have some jetting that works on a 230, please share it with me, because I hate how they start so poorly. So if you have some knowledge about that, go ahead and share it. That'd be great. The other thing is this has a lot of greasing joints on it too. Obviously it's off of an older XR, so you've got the ability to grease all these different joints on here, and yeah, that makes it really nice for maintenance. This bike's super easy to maintain. Keep your filter clean, change your oil after every so many rides. If you're riding something really dusty, change it after that ride. It's just a great all-around bike. You've got lots of clearance after the upgrades with the suspension. The only thing that I had some trouble with, well, actually two things. This bike, if you're not sitting on it, the chain actually grabs a bit here because of the swing arm. The swing arm is bolt-on, so you just bolt on just like you would your other swing arm. It comes right off, and you can bolt it on there. So all these parts are bolt-on from the 86 to 89 250. The only thing you actually have some trouble with is getting the decompression to work in this area, because it's so tight to begin with, and when you add this new swing arm, it's a little fatter, and it's hard to get it in there. So I actually had to bend the piece of metal that holds that clip on, and I was able to get it to work properly. So decompression lever is absolutely essential to saving your Kickstarter on these bikes, which is a pain to fix, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So this is the bike I built. I am building another one, and we are doing a giveaway. We have the parts bike over here. This is the 1995, and it's got a disc brake on the back and an MD30 swing arm, which you'll notice this one has a little clip there, and mine has this stupid bolt that you have to tighten down that I hate. So I would really like to swap my swing arm maybe to something like that, but then I'd have to modify a few more things, like welding this bracket on and changing the brake system, which I just don't think I'm going to do to this bike, because at this point it works good enough for me. So, but we will be using all these parts off of this bike to put onto this red one over here, and we're gonna be building a custom bike. Like I said, if we get up to like 45,000 subscribers, we will be giving this bike away. So subscribe, share with your friends. We would love to bring you guys more great content. I'd actually like to go up to Alaska and ride on to Prudhoe Bay and do some of the traveling out there. I've seen some trips down in Mexico, and so I'd like to do some really cool stuff on the channel. It just takes time and money to put that out, and the nice thing is we have some really cool bikes to do it with. So as we get more subscribers and more interest in things, if there's trips you'd like to see us take or places to go, let us know. We'd love to consider that, and take you along for the ride. So really appreciate you guys' time. If you have any questions about how to build this bike, or any comments or things you'd like to add, throw it in the comments section down below. I'd love to reply to everybody's comment. Everything you guys have to say is always valuable, and I always appreciate it. So yeah, this is it. This is my custom 2000 XR200, and just take one final walk around there. It is certainly a cool bike, and we're going to be building another one of these here this year, so follow along for those videos. But as for today, that's it for our filming, and appreciate your time. You guys have a great one. All right, thanks. Bye.